What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I have some good news to share with you guys today about Social Security. Now, it's good news. However, we don't know where this is going to go. So it's good that we have politicians actually talking about reforming Social Security, but how are they going to reform Social Security? That's the important part. But they are talking, and that's good because that means that we could see something in the very near future as far as a plan to move forward with reforming Social Security. So that's what I want to talk about in this video. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. Okay, it's Saturday. I usually take Saturday off, but I saw this information. I wanted to get it out to you as soon as possible. Now, I will do some follow-up videos on this because there are different plans that are being thrown around, and I want to do a more detailed video about some of the different plans that are out there. And these are new plans. These are not some of the old things that we've been hearing. There's only one that we've been hearing a lot about, and that's raising the full retirement age. However, there's some other plans out there like the Sovereign Wealth Fund and some different things that they're looking at. So I want to do more detailed videos on those, but I just want to kind of give you an overall picture of what's going on and how the Senate is trying to address the Social Security reform plan, and how you have a nonpartisan group of senators trying to come up with a plan to reform Social Security. So I want to play this clip first, and then after this clip, we're going to talk a little bit about it. Here we go.
To the Social Security Administration, more than 66 million Americans will receive Social Security benefits this year, totaling more than $1.2 trillion. And with retirees living longer and fewer young people in the workforce, there are fears that the Social Security program will go broke in the next decade. That's why some members of Congress, including some from here in Maine, are looking at dozens of possibilities now to save the program. Here's News Center Maine's Sean Stackhouse.
Social Security benefits are a lifeline for millions across the nation and hundreds of thousands here in Maine. But according to long-term projections by the Congressional Budget Office, if no changes are made to the current system, in 10 years, funds for Social Security benefits could be exhausted. That's why lawmakers like Senator Angus King are looking at ways to keep the program alive. According to King's team, he and Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana have been convening with colleagues for months to address it, the two senators writing in a statement. Though there have been some incomplete and somewhat alarmist reports published, it's important to look at all the components of a solution together, especially in the context of the crisis we face if nothing is done. A national outlet reported earlier this week raising the retirement age to about 70 had been discussed, but King and Cassidy say, there are dozens of considerations being weighed to protect Social Security, including locking early retirement at 62 in ironclad protection for lower-wage workers and seeking avenues to increase benefits immediately. Republican Senator Susan Collins sharing concerns echoed by King and Cassidy about the program's future, but has reservations on early discussions. Writing Friday, raising the retirement age to 70 would be extremely difficult for many Maine workers in physically demanding occupations, such as lobstermen, restaurant employees, construction workers, and nurses. The state's largest labor union, Maine AFL-CIO, agrees.
Social Security is really a critical lifeline for working class people. If the goal of Social Security is to reduce elder poverty and protect workers, we don't believe you can do that by raising the retirement age.
Congresswoman Shelley Pingree wants to look at addressing taxes and the program's funding, writing, Congress must scrap the income cap allowing millionaires and billionaires to pay a Social Security tax on only $160,200 of their income. No formal plan has been submitted. King says as soon as there's a fully developed plan, they'll release it for discussion and debate. Maine's entire delegation agrees. Action must be taken to save the program. Sean Stackhouse, News Center, Maine.
A spokesperson for Congressman Jared Golden adds that he does not support raising the retirement age.
And so the good news out of this is we have this nonpartisan group of senators that are trying to put together some type of Social Security reform. And as I stated earlier, we don't know exactly what that means. We don't know what they're really talking about. Is it going to be the full retirement age? Are they going to raise that? They talked about a few other things in this video clip. One thing that I did hear about, they didn't talk about it in this clip, but this is something that I wanted to get your feedback on. So I'm going to talk about this one, and then I'll do a follow-up video with more details. But basically right now, the top 35 years of your working years, they average that out, and that's how they determine what you're going to receive in Social Security. Now, you have some politicians throwing out a different way to calculate this. And so instead of taking the top 35 years and averaging it, they should take all the years that you've worked and then have a certain amount that you receive. So let's say you work 30 years, then that's when you'll meet whatever category that is as far as how much you'll be receiving. If you work 40 years, then you'll be receiving a different amount. If you work 20 years, you'll be receiving a lesser amount. And so by doing it that way, you're not taking an average of what people are making. You're taking the amount of years that they put into Social Security, and then you're giving them an amount according to that. Now, this could mean that if you're receiving Social Security, let's say you're working a job and you make $50,000 a year, but you work 40 years, you would make the top of what Social Security would be issuing out as far as benefits are concerned. So it could mean a change. If they were to do this, it could mean a change in how much you're currently receiving. Now, obviously, the people who work more years are going to receive more in benefits. However, let's say you work 20 years, you might see a reduction in the amount because they're not looking at how much you were earning when you were working. They're just looking at how many years you actually work. So that's something that politicians are talking about as well. So I want to know what you guys think about that. Do you think that that would be a more fair way to do it if we just took the amount of years and then whatever, pretty much have a different, different brackets for the amount of years that you worked, and then that will determine what your benefits look like? Or do you think we should stick with the plan that we have now where it's 35 years, the top 35 earning years, and they'll average that out, and that's how you get your Social Security benefits? Let me know what you guys think down below. And like I said, we'll do a more detailed video. Probably on Monday, I'll do a more detailed video on this, and we're going to take a look at some of the different plans that they're talking about. So that's all I have for this video. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. Happy weekend, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.